Body. If the body could talk, it would be telling us all day long, "You're not my owner, you know." Actually, it's telling it to us all the time. But it's Dhamma language, so we are unable to understand it. Conditions don't belong to us. They follow their own natural course. We can't do anything about the way the body is. We can beautify it a little, make it look attractive, and clean it for a while. Like the young girls who paint their lips and let their nails grow long. But when old age arrives, everyone is in the same boat. That is the way the body is. We can't make it any other way. But what we can improve and beautify is the mind. If our body really belonged to us, it would obey our commands. If we say, "Don't get old," or "I forbid you to get sick," does it obey us? No, it takes no notice. We only rent this house, not own it. If we think it does belong to us, we will suffer when we have to leave it. But in reality, there is no such thing as a permanent self, nothing unchanging or solid that we can hold on to. Breath. There are people who are born and die and never once are aware of their breath going in and out of their body. That's how far away they live from themselves. Time is our present breath. You say that you are too busy to meditate. Do you have time to breathe? Meditation is your breath. Why do you have time to breathe but not to meditate? Breathing is something vital to the people's lives. If you see that Dhamma practice is vital to your life, then you will feel that breathing and practicing the Dhamma are equally important. Dhamma. What is Dhamma? Nothing isn't. How does the Dhamma teach the proper way of life? It shows us how to live. It has many ways of showing it, on rocks or trees or just in front of you. It is a teaching but not in words. So still in the mind, the heart, and learn to watch. You'll find the whole Dhamma revealing itself here and now. At what other time and place are you going to look? First, you understand the Dhamma with your own thoughts. If you begin to understand it, you will practice it. And if you practice it, you will begin to see it. And when you see it, you are the Dhamma, and you have the joy of the Buddha. The Dhamma has to be found by looking into your own heart and seeing that which is true and that which is not, that which is balanced and that which is not balanced. There is only one real magic, the magic of Dhamma. Any other magic is like the illusion of a card trick. It distracts us from the real game, our relation to human life, to birth, to death, and to freedom. Whatever you do, make it Dhamma. If you don't feel good, look inside. If you know it's wrong and still do it, that's defilement. It's hard to find those who listen to Dhamma, who remember Dhamma and practice it, who reach Dhamma and see it. Regardless of time and place, the whole practice of Dhamma comes to contemplation. Regardless of time and place, the whole practice of Dhamma comes to completion at the place where there is nothing. It's the place of surrender, of emptiness, of laying down the burden. This is the finish. The Dhamma is not far away. It's right with us. The Dhamma isn't about angels in the sky or anything like that. It's simply about us, about what we are doing right now. Observe yourself. Sometimes there is happiness, sometimes suffering, sometimes comfort, sometimes pain. This is Dhamma. Do you see it? To know this Dhamma, you have to read your experiences. The Buddha wanted us to contact the Dhamma, but people only contact the words, the books, and the scriptures. This is contacting that which is about Dhamma and not contacting the real Dhamma as taught by our great teacher. How can people say that they are practicing well and properly if they only do that? They are a long way off. When you listen to the Dhamma, you must open up your heart and compose yourself in the center. Don't try to accumulate what you hear or make a painstaking effort to retain what you hear through memory. Just let the Dhamma flow into your heart, and as it reveals itself, keep yourself continuously open to its flow in the present moment. What is ready to be retained will be so, and it will happen of its own accord, not through any determined effort on your part. Similarly, when you expound the Dhamma, you must not force yourself. It should happen on its own and should flow spontaneously from the present moment and circumstances. People have different levels of receptive ability, and when you're there at that same level, it just happens. The Dhamma flows. The Buddha had the ability to know people's temperaments and receptive abilities. He used this very same method of spontaneous teaching. It's not that he possessed any special superhuman power to teach, but rather that he was sensitive to the spiritual needs of the people who came to him, and so he taught them accordingly.